From food manufacturers to hospitality, car plants to haulage, builders, merchants, police control rooms and supermarket shelves, the end of lockdown has brought partial shutdown to British business. The rise in COVID cases matched by soaring numbers instructed to self-isolate by the NHS Test and Trace app. A record 618,000 last week alone, including almost all of the staff at some builders' yards.
Of 12 people who would normally operate in the yard, only 2 of them are actually working. So 10 of the 12 have been asked to self-isolate. So we know that there are a number of people that are being asked to stay at home who quite simply don't have any symptoms and aren't ill.
Across industry, there are calls to bring forward the date from which the double vaccinated can take tests instead of isolate. But after a week of mixed messages, ministers are resisting.
My point is that the restrictions, fingers crossed, will be lifted on the 16th of August. I'm confident they will be, but I can't guarantee that.
But can we limp along until then?
I think we're going to have to follow the rules until the 16th of August. I know it's a long time, but it's not going to last forever. And I think that once the restrictions are lifted, we can get back to normality.
Supermarkets are hiring thousands of temporary staff to fill staffing gaps and those on the shelves. Social media users sharing images that may have been compounded by an ongoing HGV driver shortage and the hot weather.
Many of the businesses that are being impacted have shared data on their absence rate, those pockets of issues with the government, and they're looking at that right now. So our hope is that over the coming hours that they will shift that position, because obviously what none of us want to see is increased disruption over the coming days.
Supermarkets say that self-isolation rules have interrupted distribution but not underlying food supplies, and there's no need to panic buy. But they and thousands of other businesses and hundreds of thousands of people are going to have to live with disruption for at least another month as a price of dropping all the other COVID restrictions. Part of the solution may lie here. Aperitito make food for care homes and hospitals and are running one of 20 government test and release trials in which pinged staff take daily tests to allow them to work instead of isolate.
I think testing alone isn't the answer. The real focus here is on prevention and prevention of transmission, and that's where I think COVID safety measures, relentless focus on social distancing, face coverings, one-way systems, segregated workers are key. I think that the numbers of isolations are increasing. Ours are still relatively low, but daily contact testing is definitely helping. And as those numbers increase, it will become even more valuable.
West Midlands Police have joined those calling for the rules to be eased. The pingdemic proves it's not the app that's broken down, but social distancing. Paul Kelso, Sky News in Wiltshire.